Hey everyone, Mego7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to Rival Domains, Weapon Refinements, and a whole lot of fun in Fire Emblem Heroes. This is one of the best news we've had in a long time, I think. I don't think I've been this hyped for potential content yet. Outside of Fade channels, I'm always like pure hype for Fade channels. So let's take a look at what we're getting here and kind of guess what it's going to be. They basically gave us just enough information to not have any idea how it was going to be used or played. They didn't give us any screenshot hints, literally nothing, so we all just have complete guesswork at this point. So Rival Domains is going to be a large-scale battle. You use 20 heroes. You can deploy up to 20 heroes in these battles, and you can even recruit allies from your friends list. And a lot of people are really hyped for this, saying friends list is finally going to be useful. And I really hope you're right. I really do hope you're right, but you never know. I don't trust them until our friends list is 100% in use, because they haven't done much with it yet. We can see also the scoring here. Target reach, there's all the A, B, C, S ranks, just like Tempest Trials has there. It also says the first round of Rival Domains will open along with the new update, and every week there's going to be new map at Friday at 11 p.m. There's also two restrictions here. One, you can only use one singer or dancer, and two, you cannot use duplicate heroes. So this is one I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. I kind of assumed whenever we had the possibility of getting more than 4 units per battle, I kind of assumed it was going to be some form of auto mode. I thought there would be just completely auto. We'll go through actually Summoner's War examples in a little bit here, and that's kind of what I expected it to be. A mode where the units play on their own, you don't have to use 20 at once, and it's something you can repeat quite often for rewards or something like that. But at the bottom here it says you can only use one dancer, and I feel like that is a very weird stipulation to put on it if you're not going to be playing manual. If you're going to be autoing it, and keep in mind, when I say auto, I don't mean they'll be playing auto like they are now. I mean they will work in an entirely different fashion based on different stats and skills than they already have in the game. So no idea what we're going to be doing with this. There's a ton of possibilities. One, it could be scrollable like Fire Emblem maps are. It could be zoomed out top down. It could be the same size map, but instead of 20 at once, it'll be 4 at once, and then whenever somebody dies, somebody will teleport in from the back or something like that. There's so many different things. It's gonna be hard to imagine having to move 20 units at once in a mobile game. So I can't imagine them doing that. I know that's what most people seem to be thinking, judging from Reddit threads, but like 20 units at once, and you want to do it in under 10 turns or something like that. Where did it say here? Yeah, you must defeat your foes within 10 turns. So that's up to 10 turns of 20 movements at once. That's tough for me to wrap my head around if it's going to be manual. Anyway, I have my concerns about this, but there's no reason to be concerned or anything like that about it until we see what it's going to be. I just don't think it's going to be what other people seem to think it's going to be. And then we have the Blessed Gardens here, and this is where we're going to use all of our blessings, all of our legendary units. I'm so excited for this. And it says there are restrictions on which units can be deployed. Your team of 4 heroes must be formed with either heroes who grant the corresponding legendary effects or heroes who have received the corresponding blessing. Really cool here, and it says you cannot use duplicates, so definitely going to be merging all of my legendary units, and I hope this is difficult. I hope this gives us a reason to want to merge our legendary units. Also, the first time we enter, we do get 4 water blessings right off the bat, so all the people who are raising their pitchforks saying, wow, they're really making it pay to win, only people who can spend to summon blah 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 can't participate. Of course not, guys. They're not going to do that. Of course they're not going to do that. They can make their money so many ways. They're not going to make their money by limiting the gameplay from other people. So really excited about this, and it also says these individual gardens, like the water garden for example, will drop the blessings for the next garden. So you'll get a ton of blessings from all of this, and I cannot wait. Really, really cool to see, and I really hope this is a fun map. I hope it's not the same sort of style of everything we've seen. I hope it's something unique to do with partnerships, to do with blessings, to do with like the bond between the characters. I really hope it's something like that, as opposed to something similar like just a regular old arena assault or Tempest Trial battle or something like that. And finally here, let's look at the weapon refinery updates. Quite the trio we have here. First off, I can speak personally about one of these three, and I'm gonna give my insight on that, and maybe we can figure out what it's gonna be by that. So first off, we have Soren here, the shrewd strategist, and not entirely sure what his is going to do. To be honest, I don't even know what his tome does by itself at this point. I have him at 5-star, but I've had him sit on the back line for so long that I just have no interest in him. A lot of people are really pumped for him, and he is a strategist, so I have to imagine his tome is going to be something very teamwork oriented, you know, like it'll give buffs, it'll give something like that, something to signify him being a strategist, since he does seem to be brilliant at that, judging from his support conversations and everything like that. Second up here, we have Sieglind. Sieglind, the restoration lady, Erica, can use this, and this is the one I'm pumped about. I have my Erica at +2. She's been one of my faithful units since day one, literally day one. Actually, not quite literally day one. She was my first ever 5-star I summoned that wasn't on a reroll. I thought, hey, Erica looks cute. Let's use an orb, and my first orb was a plus attack minus HP Erica or something like that. So I've been using her since day one, and I cannot wait. Her weapon is the lightning weapon or thunder weapon. I think it gives +5 strength in the actual game. Not entirely sure what it's going to do here. That just doesn't fit the theme of her in Fire Emblem Heroes. She does seem to have a lot of care for a lot of people, and she is labeled the Restoration Lady, so I have to imagine this weapon is going to do something very supportive. It's going to do something like heal the person next to you at the start of each turn to full. It's going to do something like buff up their stats by X amount. It's going to be something, she's going to keep her same role as a buffer, but it's just going to be enhanced. And I think it's going to be a different type of buff. It's not going to be the same boring old stat boost that everybody gets. They're boring, but they're insane, but I think it's going to be something different. We also have Leo here with Brynhildr, and this one I'm really excited about too, because I do have a Leo I've literally never used. I pulled him out once, I think, in Arena Assault because he is Triangle Adept and he still couldn't kill the unit, so not sure what he's going to get, but I cannot wait to see it. Mine is plus defense, minus speed, and I really hope it's something fun. So many people are crying for this on the forum, so I really hope those people get something awesome. Let me know what you think about these three, because this is why I'm playing through all the Fire Emblems again, just so I can give you more insight. I also know Sieglind was very good against monsters in the game. It had effective damage against monsters, but that doesn't really come into play here because there are no monsters yet. I assume there will be eventually, but not yet. Maybe they're coming in this garden mode here, and maybe that's why she's getting Sieglind, so she can get super effective damage against monsters there or something like that. So let's go into Summoner's War now and let's take a look at how they do a lot of the things that are being updated here in this game right now. Specifically, I want to look at how the buildings and how the town is set up. I want to look at how they use the friends list. I want to look at how they handle more than the regular amount of units in one battle. So we'll switch right into it right here. So let's take a look at Summoner's War, actually, one of the games that has a couple game modes already where you're allowed to use a lot of units, like a lot at once. And the first thing I want to mention is the forts that were mentioned in this this update. And you never know when we're going to get something like we're looking at here. And this is an island in Summoner's War. This is where your base of operations is. This is where all your units go. If you zoom in, you can see a ton of your units here walking around. You can also visit other people's islands. If we go to the friends list right here, let's go to... who should we go to? Let's go to a guild members here. Let's go to Boozy's friend list here. Hopefully they have a decent island. And again, you can see their island here. They've got a little shrine built over on this side. Lots of cool things. I love just little minor details like this in a game that make it feel more real, I guess. Maybe not real, but interactive or something. And then we have a person flying around on a little wyvern or dragon, whatever that is right there. That's something we could possibly start getting. You can also decorate your island. Bonus points if you can see who I started decorating here, but haven't quite finished yet because, boy oh boy, did I screw up. I was supposed to do it top to bottom from the waterfall down, and I screwed up on the wrong side, so I've got to pick it all up and start again. But let's go through a couple of game modes in Summoner's War that use a lot of units effectively. The first thing here is actually the world boss, and unfortunately I've done mine today. You can only do it 3 times a day. And what this does is you're allowed to enter it 3 times. You use 20 monsters each time, so in the end of it you use 60 monsters a day. It's an auto thing, you basically just click through it and get points for it. It's not very interactive, but it is a fun thing to work towards every day, and there's global rankings. You can see here I am ranked 167 right now on the server, which is actually a little lower than I usually am. There's also weekly rewards here, maybe not weekly because this is a boss, the whole entire server fights, and once this boss dies everybody gets a reward. So really cool way to use an excess amount of units that way, and you find people building up 60 units just for this, which is really cool as well. We also have the Rift of Worlds here, which is a really good way to use excess amount of units and also add a friends list used to it. So let's try the Rift Raid now, just to kind of show you how the friends list works in this game, one of the major uses. So first thing we want to do, we want to make a party, go to private, and with this thing here, it's something you want to farm all day, so this is something people can happily do together all day long. You need 6 people per team, and there are 3 teams, and I've showed you guys this before if you've watched some of my older videos. And you can additional placements here and add some people in the friends list, and that friends list has a team of 6 set up. Let's use Speed Stuff for example. Shows you his team right here, and yes, and now he is in the team as a support, as a friends list here. And I can do an additional placements here and add another 6 myself and do it this way. Or we can instead use another friends list person. And this is an auto mode, and I do feel like we're going to be getting an auto mode like this in Fire Emblem Heroes. It works completely different than any other mode in the game, basically. But they designed it just to make it doable with a party of 3, and a way to make units that aren't usable everywhere to be usable here. So in this mode here, there are 3 teams. You can see my team in the middle here, one on the right and one on the left. Each team fights an individual head at the top here. You can see the head. And each has its own individual debuffs and stuff like that, and own individual damage counters, how many debuffs you land, how much damage you do total. You can go in through the thing here, you can see each person's team. This little bar under their name shows how much damage that unit has done compared to the other people on the team, so it's really cool to see. And this is one of the things a lot of endgame players spend a lot of their time on right now. We're in one of the easier ones right now. It goes up to 5 levels, and this is level 3, just to show you guys a really quick run through. But usually they take about 2 to 3 minutes per run, and it's a good way to grind items. It's great. So these are the main ways Summoner's War has to use excess amount of units, and more specifically the friends list. I really like the friends list interaction in here. It's something that it's not vital to have, but at the same time is really fun to have somebody else on your friends list. Okay, so that's about all I wanted to take a look at here. This update will be coming on the 1st or 2nd week of March, we can assume. The first weekend is the 2nd and the 3rd, which I have to imagine is too early, so I have to guess that it's going to be on around the 10th for the update. We'll see. Hopefully the 2nd, but you never know. We can't be too optimistic, right? All the things I've taken a look at here are complete guesswork. We have no idea. I just thought I'd share my experiences with other gachas as well. Maybe get something like that in the game. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Again, I hate saying that, but it helps us out so much to get this to other people and get more content to you guys. So thanks a bunch. See you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.